This is the boots on the ground. Let's do it together. And that's how things get done in this world.
All right, we are back to Membership Unplugged. This is our weekly video podcast or member cast
Hmm.
on all things Rotary membership. I'm Todd Shepard, and I'm happy to be here with my co-host Patrick Longano. Hey, Patrick.
Hey man, how you doing?
I'm just doing awesome. I see that you're at home today rather than at your office.
I am. I
What's
am.
going on with the power in your neighborhood?
Me and you were just talking, and all of a sudden, I'm all the way in the back office, and me and you were talking, and poof, and all of a sudden, I'm in like blank. I'm like, Lord, did you take me? It's just
Was it?
hysterical.
I was reading about ice storms or something. Did it have something to do with that, or is it?
No, no, it's gorgeous here. I mean,
Oh,
it's
okay.
mid 70s and gorgeous. We just have some construction out in front of the office building. So I wasn't waiting around to find out. I was like, I got to get to the house and talk with Todd, get back on. And so I'll get a call later on going, it's back up and we'll be good to go. So
Sounds like deconstruction of anything.
that's
Your
exactly
your
right.
power is out. So, well, that's okay. Well, we're back here, and today our little theme is going to be opportunities, and I'm talking about Rotary opportunities and opportunities to serve. Any of you
Yeah.
that may of our viewers that may have seen some of our posts that are on the North America Club Creation Team Facebook page might know that we are actively seeking to add to our team of specialists to help Rotary clubs across North America grow their members and help them grow clubs, add clubs, standalones, and companion clubs and Rotaract clubs. And we're looking for a little bit of help. We've been literally swamped, haven't we?
It's crazy. Well, I mean, I've been doing this for a long time and there's patterns. Like we're business owners, so you know what, you
Sure.
recognize those patterns and you gear up for those things. So, in Rotary, you kind of just like in the business we were in, you go from hero to zero on July 1st.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're a hero on January or June 30th, depending on what you did that year. And then on July 1st, you back at zero. So, you start over with fresh relationships and fresh things like that. And you start walking people methodically through the steps. Um, it usually starts to gear up and that's that sort of thing in August. And as you get on through the year, this is the time that we really eat. This is the time that's our dinner time is, January 1st or 2nd through the end of the year,
That final
because
push
of
before the end of the
that
Rotary
final
year.
push. Yeah. But as you're walking these people through, the steps to do this, you get into that late October, early November kind of deal. Usually it's advisable that people wait till the beginning of January and then and as you make that final push through to June 30th. So I mean our first quarter results were off the charts. We were um for all of North America, United States and Canada, we were 57% of all new standalones across all zones and 69% of all new companions and satellites. So
So what you're saying is almost
yeah, we're busy.
70% of all the companion clubs and satellite clubs that were created in North America were created with the assistance of the North America Club Creation Team.
Yeah, it's just
Wow.
some great DGs and some great clubs. People had innovative ideas and took the methodical approach to building that. Came together there in the first quarter. But yeah, that's right. But the DGs leading the way. There's several DGs out there that are just really pushing. But yeah, so to answer
These
your
are
question,
district
your original question,
governors, right?
yeah, I'm sorry, district governors. Yeah, I owe you a dollar. There you go.
You and your
Acronyms
acronyms.
anonymous. So, but yeah, no, to answer that original question, yeah, we're busy and we'll be busy through, the end of the year. And then because we had just started with the North America Club Creation Team, we didn't have any carryover from last year, but July we're gonna have carryover, August we're gonna have carryover. So it's really gone along the lines of what we were expecting. But then the faucet turned on. So we are looking for people that share that same passion that we do. I mean, you can go out there and say, "Who's passionate about membership?" And you'll hear some crickets sometimes. But there are people out there that are innovative that sit there and know that there's something better, but they've never had that space where they can create with like-minded people. You know, the Rotarians are the ones that create the programs that drive Rotary. So that space that you'll give these folks that come in um, is an incredible experience for them because they can be creative around other types of like-minded people.
So what are we looking for? Let's talk about that.
Sure.
When we start talking about bringing a potential candidate or a member to the team that wants to join us and work with us, these are volunteer positions. This is how we serve in Rotary.
Hmm.
What are the attributes that we're looking for that type of a person?
Well, two things come right off the bat. Just an absolute positive attitude. I don't care if you know anything. I don't care if you've ever started a new club before, but if you have that passion about Rotary and about building Rotary through new pathways and just being consistent, we can teach that. We'll come back to that because I think that
Okay.
is something that's there. But the other thing is, it really is a team atmosphere.
Mhm.
Um, countless times this year it was, one team member picking up another team member when something comes up, and then another team member. If it's all on your shoulders, it's hard. I mean, we went at it alone for 5 years, and it gets lonely.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why this team is just absolutely incredible. I know that if something happens, you got my back, and Laura's got my back, and Michelle and Sean and Chris and everybody on the team. We're just there for each other, and we I've been on these calls a lot of times where we meet with the team, and these people just create, and it's neat to sit back and watch it. So we're looking for some people with a good, positive attitude
Yeah.
that's willing to bring their ideas and share them. And the other thing is, it is the ultimate team sport in Rotary is to be on this team.
That's a neat way to look at it, a team sport.
Yeah,
So
it's a team
I'm going to
sport.
go a little bit over on the calendar. Let's talk about how that works. We've
Mhm.
got the day in the life of a club creation team member. Uh, the neat thing is that you only put into it as much time and energy as you choose. Uh,
Yeah.
we have a calendar system. Each one of us on the team has our own calendar system that books appointments automatically, let's say.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the whole calendar for the whole team is comprised of all these team calendars. So when a user goes on, a Rotarian that's interested in either doing a club refresh or starting a new standalone club or a companion club or Rotaract club, whatever they might be wanting to do, or talking about doing a Discover Rotary project, they
Nice.
go on and they go to the Club Creation Team app, which they can find on the Play Store or the Google or the whatever. Anyway, they can find that on the App Store, or you can go to what's the website?
Clubcreationteam.org.
Club.org, and you can download
Yep.
that on your computer. And then you create an account using your email and phone number and a little brief stuff about your club, and then you book a step one. And you book that step one, and where that really does is takes you to a calendar so you can choose a date and time that works for you and that you're going to meet with a specialist. Now, all those
Yep.
dates and times are part of that calendar, and whatever you choose happens to coincide with an available slot for one of the team members. Now, some team members may only have time to meet Tuesdays or Thursdays or something from 6 a.m. until noon, and that's what they have on their calendar. Those
Yep.
are important times though, because other team members may be Tuesdays and Thursdays or Wednesdays or whatever from noon till 6. So it gives us availability, and that's why we need a good group of people that have some availability without having to do everything, right?
Yeah, it's coverage. You're able to cover the necessary calendar with numbers. You know what I mean? If you it's tough to put yourself available, if you're one person,
Yeah.
to cover for the coverage. But if you have 25 people, 30 people, now all of a sudden it's okay if Todd jets off to his Jake from State Farm convention.
Yeah,
Little
right.
inside joke there. You know what I mean? Because it's okay because we have the other 25, 29 people that have that availability. So I like to say that we have one of the things that I'm most proud of is I haven't heard what I heard for so long. When I was doing it by
Which
myself, it
is
was like they were booking me 6 weeks out. They're like, "Oh man, I can't get to you for 6 weeks." So I started expanding my hours to where I was like taking calls at 10 and 11 o'clock at night and that sort of thing. We haven't heard that with our team. Our team gets booked. We average so many bookings a day, but it relieves the pressure of having to be there all the time. And I love the way that that works because say I'm on a step one with somebody and they come back and they book a step two, they might get you. And I think that is absolutely incredible. We all do the same thing, the same process. It's very easy to follow along and do, but I think it's beneficial to the clubs, to the whole process that they get that little extra flair. Somebody in Florida talking with Todd out in Washington. Todd, you had a call this morning, right? I saw it on the calendar. Where where was your call originated from?
I had a call from a club that we helped start. We did a follow-up call, and they're in Uganda.
Wow.
And so that's most that was in we had started that early in our process, and now we're not fielding as many calls from places that are that far out of North America because we
Yeah.
have other teams, right? I mean, you've developed
Yeah.
some club creation teams in other areas outside of Canada and the U.S. and North America that can
Yeah.
kind of field those calls, so we're able to focus a little more on our closer to our home turf anyway,
Oh
right?
yeah. hmm
And
We've
that
got
makes
we've
it
got
easy, but we still are taking care of. That's the neat thing about club creation is we develop these relationships, and then we have Rotary friends that call us and just give us an update, and they're doing fabulous, by the way. They've got some neat new
huge.
projects, and it was
Yep.
fun to kind of catch up with them and be able to almost do a little additional refresh on that. So that was a
Well, I got a
companion
yeah,
club.
I got a how's it feel to you? You've done. You're probably one of the best DMC district membership chairs. You notice how I stopped myself. I would have owed you another
Yeah,
dollar.
acronym.
Um, that you're one of the best I've seen. Um, and you helped your club and you helped your clubs in the district. How does it make you feel that you can affect change like that across the zones? You can help that club in Florida, or that club in New York, or that Rotaract club in Indiana, or a business.
Sure. I mean, it feels great. One of the things that is most rewarding for me on the club creation team is just being able to talk to different people about Rotary and about helping them achieve their dreams. So you see, I got
Yeah,
this sign behind me. Whoops, I got that says all dreams are possible. And I'm a believer of that. It's they come to us and like, hey, I've got this idea, or I'm trying to come up with an idea on what we can do to grow our members, grow our club, make a bigger impact, and
yeah,
we talk about it, whether it's adding a club or a companion, or maybe it's just taking their club and giving them some input. But the other neat thing, the big byproduct as district membership chair, I have been so fortunate to talk to these clubs across all of North America and Canada and such, and getting ideas because they give me ideas too. And so I write them all down, and then I can share them with my own district and my own
Oh
club,
yeah.
and
Hmm.
even my own club launched a companion club recently. So getting that, that's something that we may not have been able to do unless we knew what to do. And that's the biggest thing is being able to, on this team, knowing how to start a club. That's hard to do. We hear a lot of people when we talk to them, they're like, well, we tried starting a club a couple years ago and it didn't work out, or we struggled with this. And it's because nobody, you don't do it that often. You might do one club ever if you're fortunate, and you don't remember what you've done, or you may never have done a club, and you gotta, where do I start looking? And
Yeah.
where do I do the paperwork, or what paperwork do I need, or who do I send it to? That's what's cool about the club creation team is we handle all that. All you have to do is make the call, book that step one, and we walk you through the whole process, and we even take care of the paperwork. That's
Yeah.
neat.
One of the things that really that people need to understand the distinction. Okay. Rotary's never short, and I'm always reminded by this that there are hundreds of programs out there. Okay, that's great. And I think that every one of those has validity. But we're not a program. We we execute on what we say we're going to do. That's the difference. We know how to do this, and we can help walk your club through. And it's not, Todd, I can't stress this enough. It's the whole package of it. It's not necessarily knowing exactly what to do with the paperwork where you go, hey, listen, this needs to read this way because that's the way that's there. Because we've been there and made that mistake over the last 6 years. So we know before that paperwork's sent in exactly what it needs so it doesn't get stalled. We send in the naming convention during the third step. So while you're recruiting, it doesn't do that. It's the pure execution of the program that really sets it apart. You can talk about um, creating clubs, or you can create
Yeah.
clubs, if that makes sense.
It does because I think we do have a lot of programs, and I don't think there's hundreds, but there are a lot of opportunities. You can
Oh
go
yeah.
to the Learning Center. You can go on Google. You can search it. You can go. There's a lot of videos on what can we do to build a club, but it's kind of like videos and such on building a vibrant club. That we hear that term, and it's pretty cool. I'm just not sure if we know exactly what that means, and so then we have like a session at a conference that says, "What does it mean to be a vibrant club?" Because how do we really get there? And this is the meat and the potatoes of it all is club creation. So enough on that. Let's talk
Well, can I
about,
ask you a question? Yeah, let
yeah,
me ask you a question real quick.
sure.
So me and you come from a lot of the same background. I did it way better than you did. No, tease. we folks, we like to tease. But no, you've brought people that have had certain qualities, and they might not have done the job before, but when if they came in to interview or they came in to talk to you, what qualities did you see that you knew that you could take somebody who had never done it before? Because that's what a lot of people think. I've never done it before. I never done it. So how am I going to do it if I've never done it before? They get to think I'm an idiot or whatever. What are the qualities that you saw that made you take a chance on somebody and welcome to the team, and then they become a success? So tell me
Well,
about that.
that's a good question, and I was a little different in my business world. We had sales teams, and when I brought someone on, I actually looked for inexperienced people. I didn't look for someone who already had experience doing things, that had a sales career going on already. My thoughts were that person was, if they failed at the other place, there's a good chance he might bring those bad habits and help my rest of my team fail as well. So I would look for something different. And I wouldn't necessarily say this is like a sales team, but it's not a whole lot different. I mean, we go with what we look at. is I'm perfectly fine bringing in someone on our team that doesn't have the experience on starting a club, or what I look for is a passion and a belief in what we can do, what
Yeah.
what the future is, and a person that has the desire to actually make a difference. Like, hey, I want to help other people because let's face it, North America Club Creation Team is different than saying my district, right? I'm
Oh yeah.
working with clubs. We're working with clubs that are outside of our district. We can help them. If you're looking for glory and you're looking for awards or something, that's not what you're getting here. What you're
Yeah.
getting
No.
is personal fulfillment and the big smiles that you see when you're helping somebody. And if you really dig that, and if that's part of your Rotary journey to help somebody just for the sake of helping them, then you're going to be rewarded huge that way. So someone that has a positive attitude, and what I mean by that is someone who's, you say, well, I don't know. We all know people that we can walk up and I can say, "Hey, Patrick, how's it going?" And you're gonna say, "Man, it's great. Life is good. We just lost power. Fortunately, I have a car and I can drive home and I can go where there's power." That's positive. But we all know people that we don't say, "Hey, how's it going?" Because all you're gonna hear from them is how bad the world is and how bad their
Yeah.
world is. So at least I know people like that. I'm like, okay, I know that person. I don't want to ask him or her, how's it going? If I'm greeting them, I just say, hello, and that's it. I don't
So
give them
you're
a lead
bringing
in.
you're
Hey, what's new? The world's
so you
Eeyore.
so you're bringing people. So if we brought you five highly motivated, deeply passionate people that just wanted to make a difference, even if they've never done this. You and Laura, our team lead there, you guys can teach them the process, right?
We can teach them the process. We can walk them through it. If they're positive attitude and they're willing to learn, we can do that. And we've actually got some videos that we've put together. Our internal videos we call it Club Creation University, and just kind of fast-paced videos that we think are kind of positive. A chance to get a glimpse into how it's done. So because there is a process, and like anything, there's a process that you go through, and we have certain steps that we want to do a certain way. It's not like you're keeping tight records or anything. We keep notes in our system, but no one's hounding you. Hey, you haven't put a club together. You haven't. But that's not what it's about. It's about helping other people make their dreams come true on a time frame that works for them. And sometimes people aren't ready to, sometimes people want to take 4 or 5 months before they take that step, and that's okay if that's the
Yeah, we
process.
we did it.
Or
We did
maybe
a
their
club.
board takes a while.
We did a club last month. I think it was either last month or February that we were working with this time last February, and it stalled there for them a little bit because of some questions that need to get answered and all those other types of things. And they called back and they said we're ready, and then we helped them from there. So you just need to be there for people when they raise their hand and say I need help. If you
Yep.
think in your mind that you can do this, if you think in your mind that if somebody said, I need your help, that you'd be willing to help, that's all you need. That really is all you need. That's what's kept me going this entire time. I mean, I get down in the dumps, tired, traveling all over the place. And I got to a PELS this year, President-elect Learning Seminar this year. And I heard my name. I was just standing there. I heard my name called out. And I turned around and it was a club that we had just done. And they were so excited. They were there. They were just super excited. And man, what a feeling. What an absolute feeling, not just for them, but for that community. Because for the next 30, 40, 50, 100 years, that club is there just because of their wonderful attitude and their drive to do something new. But if you play the small little part in just helping them through the process, you get to smile and you get to say, I was a small part of that in helping them. So
Yeah.
that's the true gift that you get when you do club creation like this.
So what we look at is also, what is, we talked a little bit about the time requirements. You mentioned going to appels or traveling a lot because that's what you do. And that's the role that you play. You go out and you talk to the different district events and such. Club creation team members, they're not required to go out and do that kind of thing. It's always good if you can, if you like that, there's opportunities to be a
Yeah.
speaker or to
Yeah,
travel or
absolutely.
to speak on Zoom. Everybody has that. If that's something you're passionate about, those opportunities are there with this team. What other things, such as, um, let's say someone's not been a Rotarian all that long, and they've never been president, they've never
I
been
don't care.
district governor, they've never
I don't
been
care.
membership chair, they've never
I don't
worked with
care.
the district at all. What about that? Let's talk about that. Are we looking for that person?
Let me tell you something. I One of the best members on our team is exactly that person or was exactly that person. Michelle Cook from Orlando. Like the hammer. Like she is like awesome. Look at Todd smiling.
Yep, yep.
She's
She does a
awesome.
great job.
And she got on the team and because we helped her form her own club and then people in her district started asking her and she just like she puts me to shame. You know what I mean? She's that good. Um, so yeah, I don't care if you want, I don't need you to be a past this or a past that. Um, if you have that kind of attitude, like I can get this done and I want to do this, that's all I need right there. I believe in that. And the people on the team that we have, Becky Mosier, Sean, Al DeLucia, Carrie Gray, all of these people, um, Kristen Salazar and stuff like this, these people will take these people they just came through. Think about this. All those people that I just named, they joined the team in Calgary, committed themselves.
Hmm.
And now I'm sitting here going, they need to bring in that next bunch of club creators. And they're willing to, and they know it. And remember, these folks that joined that team didn't understand the process coming in. They might have created a club before they did, but they didn't understand the process
Yeah, yeah.
going through this. And now they're experts in it, and creating clubs left and right. And they're jumping on step threes, where another person did a step two, and they're just like all comfortable and just killing it. So don't be nervous if you haven't done that before, because these people hadn't done that before, and they can train me.
The club creation team member, they'll put their schedule out. The schedule automatically get booked for them on their availability. They'll meet
Mm-hmm.
with people on a Google Meet, and then you meet with the person. It's usually we schedule half-hour meetings. Sometimes
Yep.
they're 15 or 20 minutes. Sometimes, hey, if you're having a good time, I don't have a problem if someone wants to spend a little extra time. If I've got it, we'll just talk about membership, and that's a hoot. And then when you're done having that conversation, you put in a few notes. You can use your AI tools for that if you want. We'll teach you that. So the next specialist that visits with them has the notes, and then that's it.
Yep.
And then when it comes time to do the paperwork and everything, don't worry about that. We've got an admin that does the paperwork portion of it. She
The most incredible person.
She's
Absolutely.
yeah, she
And
was on just a couple weeks ago. Goes through and makes sure that the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted, everything's needing to be done, and then submits it to Rotary. So that's not really the role of the club creation team member. The club creation team member is the one that is gets to help do the process that helps these dreams come true and help line it out. And it's mostly it's just talking, having fun. It's the most
actually,
fun
it's
I've
a
had in
great
Rotary.
time.
It
Think
is.
about this, Todd. This is really good because I wouldn't have met you unless we did this.
Yeah.
I consider you one of my great friends. I've talked to you about membership all the time. I always joke when I'm talking, I'm like, there are people out there who absolutely love membership. They love it so much they practice on mannequins. And some of us probably have, you know what I
Yep.
mean? And that sort of thing. So That's all it takes is the willingness to do that, the willingness to say, hey, they're on to something here. Because remember, we're not building a committee. What we're building is a team of operators. Okay. And these are people that get the stuff done. This is the boots on the ground. Let's do it together. And that's how things get done in this world. I don't
Yes.
care whether it's Rotary or another service organization or out in the real world. You get done when you're dealing with an operator. It's a whole lot easier when you're walking hand in hand and doing something you've never done before, whether it's that pick me up that they need, whatever it is that they're going through during the process, we're there for them. And they won't forget that. When somebody in your district or somebody asks you, hey, what did you do? Help get them in the steps, and heck, help us
Yeah.
walk them through those steps, because there's something about helping your club, but there's something even better about helping that next one too. So we're
It's
all in this together. And remember what I said at the beginning, that Rotarians are the ones who create programs, they're the ones who create clubs, they're the ones who create membership.
So here's the pitch. If you
Mm-hmm.
are interested in making a difference, if you're interested in, hey, I'd like to learn how I can help form clubs throughout North America, I like to learn how I can help clubs grow and be better. And the benefit that you'll get is you'll learn how you can help your club or your district grow. If you're interested in being part of a team and you want to serve Rotary in that way to help Rotary grow and help the clubs grow, make a difference and have a whole lot of fun, then we want you. There's no charge to our Rotary friends for using the Club Creation app, and there's no pay for our Rotary friends that administer it. Sorry, if you're looking for something besides that, you need to turn this off right now and go to a different website, because this ain't going to happen for you. But if you're looking at making a difference for the sake of making a difference and having fun,
Yeah.
I'll put an email down below here or somewhere, and you send a note to that email, and I promise you, one of us will get back to you right away, and we'll get you on the team. If it's going to work out, if it's what you want, we'll make it happen and have a good time with it. So that's it. That's the wrap. That's our pitch, our opportunity. We drop a new member cast every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time, right here, Club Creation Team Facebook page, and it's also on our YouTube channel. And we appreciate if you visit and watch it and then share it. We would love to have you share that. And keep in mind, we've got season 1 and 2 already on our YouTube channel. You can look at all those. We've had a lot of good visitors and a lot of good guests. And
Mm-hmm.
oh boy, have we talked a lot about membership. So there you go. That's what we got. We'll see you next Tuesday. Patrick, thank you very much for making this opportunity available for so many of us. And I'm looking forward to meet the new team member. I'm looking forward to meet you.
That's
I'm trying to
right.
point my camera. I'm not sure. I'm talking to people that are watching. See you later, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. Good to see you.